The challenge now is, are they having the right people having the conversations?
Welcome back, everybody. I've got Joanne Black with me again, and we're going to have a great discussion on another topic that I think is dear to my heart, and I'm really interested in your views, and that is all the investment that's made by organisations to generate relationships and do prospecting and so on, and the use of SDRs. I'd like your views on that.
There's supposedly something new called account-based everything, account-based selling, account-based marketing. Well, you and I know it's nothing new. Those of us who had named accounts, certain list of accounts we called on, that is account-based selling. Mm-hmm. And what's happened now is they're looking at marketing to so-called personalize the experience. Well, all personalization means there's a certain email that's sent to people to engage their interests. And the idea that sales and marketing need to work together. Now, that part I agree, because they're not working together right now for the most part.
The need's always been there for that, isn't there? The companies that do that well have always had the advantage.
Correct. And now many companies, marketing has the same revenue goals as sales. So that will shift the landscape as well. But account-based, whatever you want to call it, is nothing new. It just has a new name. So what's the best way to get into an account, to expand relationships, to build relationships, is with a referral introduction. The challenge now is, are they having the right people having the conversations?
And what do you mean by that?
Many times they're asking the sales development reps, the SDRs, who are typically new hires, very young, coming in and said, oh, you need to be account-based sellers. That makes no sense to me at all.
Exactly.
Because what they follow up with that is, here's the technology tools that will enable you to do that. Well, you don't build relationships with technology. You have to be able to have the conversation with people. And the ability to have that conversation happens with experience.
Exactly. So are you suggesting maybe you do have SDRs, but you hire very experienced people into those roles, or you don't have SDRs at all? Where are you coming from on that?
I think SDRs can do incredible research to help the account executives get the background. There's all kinds of fabulous technology tools today to help us not only identify who our ideal clients are, but learn a ton of things around them. And that information and those insights need to be shared throughout the entire sales team.
Right.
SDRs definitely have a role, but please don't tell me they should be account-based sellers, because they shouldn't be. As an account executive, it's my client, my job to get in there and build the relationship. That's how sales is done.
And as soon as you say an SDR has an experience, has sales experience and has sales capability, they're not an SDR anymore, they're a salesperson.
Well, that's it. And who else to build the relationship? Because customers buy from us, because they know us, we have the trust. And it's not just someone else. So many times people have said to me, Joanne, will I be working with you or someone on your team? People want to know the person they're working with.
Okay, so I think it's a great message here, and it's all about the way you structure end-to-end your organisation and understand the role of the salesperson, the role of the SDR, the role of everybody else in the organisation, get clarity around that and make sure then the salesperson is doing the role that they need to do and they're driving the referral sales and so on.
Yes, and there's also talk about, these expensive salespeople should not be doing the upfront work. Well, I agree. They really shouldn't spend time doing the research. But they need to spend time reading the research, interpreting the research, determining how that will frame their conversations. But expensive salespeople are the ones building the relationships, getting those referral introductions.
That's why they are expensive.
That's
they
right.
have that ability, they've been trained, they've got the experience to actually build that value through those engagements with the customer.
That's correct.
Okay, I think the bottom line is very, very clear here, and the point you make is, taking right back to referral selling, the best way in which we should engage with the customer is via referrals.
Yes.
And in earlier one you said it's the only way. Well, okay, I'm interested in the debate on that, but I'm also interested in the discussion we might get now about the role of SDRs being more in research than in account development. And I think this could be a little bit of debate. So when we publish this, I'd be very interested if you can jump onto the discussions, and we'll see what people have got to say.
I look forward to it.
Joanne, thank you very much for your time, and I've loved this series of interviews, and I'm looking forward to doing more in the future.
It's a pleasure, John. Thank you.